We are heading into the second half of February, and that typically means big swings in temperatures in the week ahead. And that's exactly what we're going to get with record high temperatures and a significant trough that we'll be diving in out west. That's going to bring much colder anomalies and then heavy snows to some of those mountain regions. Let's break down the details. Here's the overall setup on the jet stream for this morning. We're dealing with that upper level low that impacted areas of Texas and Oklahoma that brought all the heavier rains yesterday in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Further south, we did see some record rains yesterday and for Valentine's for Dallas-Fort Worth. And then further south, we had even some severe storms and tornado warnings down here towards southeast Houston. And then once we got into Louisiana, wow, things just exploded with overall 9 tornado warnings at the same time at one point with several confirmed tornadoes, and that just continued to shift into Mississippi in the overnight. Now that's highlighted over areas of Georgia, getting into the Florida region. That's why they actually moved up the Daytona 500 up an hour to try to get that race in before those storms start. Once that storm moves out, then all eyes will be trending out west with this deepening trough. That's the one that's going to bring heavy snows to some of the mountain ranges and much colder air. So let's take a look going forward. Here's where we stand right now. There's the upper level low as it continues to shift off to the east. What's left of it with some severe storms is going to be impacting areas of the Florida Panhandle into central Florida this afternoon into the evening time frame, and that will swing up the Carolinas back into areas of Virginia, getting into areas of, say, New Jersey by the time we head into tonight. But then all eyes will be trending out west. And the breakdown for the week ahead, once that kind of moves out, wow, same old story. The ridge just builds back in with a vengeance, and we're talking those temperatures are going to soar in a big way. So this is your 5-day temperature anomaly from literally Monday through Friday for your work week. There's plenty of warm air for a good part of the central and eastern 2/3 of the U.S., but there's the cold air, if not the Arctic air, that's coming out of Alaska and western Canada there. That will be sending pieces of it further south across the Pacific Northwest and much of the western regions. That is going to be the culprit of bringing heavier rains back in the picture and heavy snows to the mountain regions. But we've got record temperatures to talk about for the middle part of the country for the middle part of the week. So here's your overall temperatures for Tuesday. And with some of these record highs, I mean, we've got 80s, widespread 80s returning back for Texas. But look at the 70s surging back into Oklahoma, Kansas. I mean, we're hitting almost 80, folks, and Nebraska. Look at all those record highs would likely be broken on Tuesday, as much of a good part of the lower 48 is sitting in the 70s, 80s, and some even 90s further south, while much of the colder air is bottled up into the Pacific Northwest. And I think it even gets more amplified on Wednesday with more record high temperatures back behind that system. So yeah, we've got plenty of more 80s coming back in the picture. Widespread 70s is definitely not going to feel like the second half of February, any of that stretch imagination. And then look at that, folks. That's 90s now surging into South Texas, while the colder temperatures will continue to press, and a reinforcing shot of colder air will come in out west. And these are high temperatures as we head into Wednesday. And then going into Thursday, kind of the same deal. We'll have a stronger shot of colder air that continues to press, high temperatures back in the single digits for areas of the Dakotas, getting into portions of Montana, while it's just the completely opposite and a sharp temperature gradient where it spreads back from the 30s, 40s, 50s, if not 60s further south, going into 70s from Missouri, 80s down to Arkansas, and 96 there in South Texas. Yeah, folks, there's a lot of warm temperatures ahead, but that's all eyes will be trending out west, because that's where most of the action is going to be with that trough coming in, and the most changes are going to be in the atmosphere. Will bring heavy rains back into picture back into the Pacific Northwest, much of Washington and Oregon, and really all of California is actually one of the only states out there that really doesn't have any drought to speak of, because they've just been inundated with system after system, and yet they have another system on the way, and that's bringing heavy snows to the Sierras. I mean, we're talking feet of snow just in the next 2 days. Yeah, this is not a misprint, folks. This is 67 inches topping out. Some places 5 feet of snow will be adding to those snows, and eventually that has to melt. So once we hit spring and we'll start warming up in the summer months, that'll eventually slowly melt for some of these regions. So this is definitely they've got a pretty good cushion heading into spring and summer out there. But going into Wednesday, there's another shot of colder air coming in. So obviously we got the ridge across the middle part of the country, and then we'll have a reinforcing shot of some of that cold air that's been bottled up into Alaska. There will be slowly diving southbound. That will tap into some of that more energy and kind of spread some of those snows to some of those other regions where they've been desperately needing the snows with some of the snowfall deficits, and say Idaho back into Wyoming, getting into Montana, much of Utah there, into western Colorado. So we'll be adding to those snowfall deficits up there and then we'll also have a secondary system, kind of a clipper system, that'll be coming out of Canada with that reinforcing shot of colder air that will slingshot a piece of energy southeast that will bring some snow along with it in areas of the Dakotas, back into Minnesota, getting into Wisconsin. That will swing into upstate New York and portions of New England. And then as we head into Friday, there is the Arctic air, right? We'll have most of this will stay up as far as the Arctic air. That'll just send pieces of it further south, much modified air further south, but still cooler shots of air, and will slowly start to impact some of these areas back into Kansas. So those record high temperatures will be a distant memory by then. Now the cooler air will come back in the picture for Nebraska, Kansas, even parts of Oklahoma, and yes, even actually parts of Texas will finally feel the effects of a cool down as you head into next weekend. And actually too, there'll be some precipitation along with it, as we'll be tracking this area of low pressure. It'll be trying to dive in. Of course, this will lose some of the coolness behind it, but yeah, they'll try to wring out some wet snow showers and for these areas back into Nebraska, back into Kansas. I can't even rule out some wet snowflakes in far northern portions of Oklahoma, believe it or not. So yes, where you've kind of experienced some of those record high temperatures this week, those will be replaced by maybe even some wet snow into the evening time frame, going into that Friday, Saturday time frame into Kansas, Nebraska, portions of even Oklahoma. Maybe not out of the question. So, but finally the cooler air will win for next week. We're not talking Arctic cold or anything like that, but it's not the 70s or 80s, which you have been experiencing for really a good part of February. It'll finally feel a little bit more like what February is supposed to feel like around for the South, back into the upper 50s and the 60s for those areas. So it'll be a kind of a welcome cooler relief of air and feel more normal like February, like coming up for next weekend. So if we look at the overall setup, as far as once that cold air will continue to kind of drain in, if skies clear out by the time we head into Sunday morning, yeah, we could be talking freezing temperatures again for those areas that have had the record high temperatures back into Nebraska, Kansas, get into Oklahoma, back into Kentucky again, areas of Indiana, swinging. Those 20s will swing as far south as Tennessee. So I do expect that freeze line will continue to press a little bit further south, and maybe even further south than that, as we head into even Monday morning. So if we take a look at the snow, what we're expecting over the next 7 to 10 days, most of the snow is going to be building out west with obviously the cold air to work with. So that will be, all eyes will be trending out west with the really just deluge of heavy snow across the Sierras and much of the Cascades. But finally, that will be released into some of those areas that they desperately needed, into Idaho, back into Utah, getting into the Four Corners regions, into western Colorado, and even Montana, where they've been moisture snow starved as well. But even the Midwest, I mean, you can't even roll out some of those areas across the plains and portions of the middle part of the country to get some snow by the time we head into Friday through areas of Nebraska, back into Kansas. And yes, I can't even roll out areas, portions of far northern portions of Oklahoma, and even the blend kind of has that as well. So we are looking at a little bit more significant snows coming back in the picture for the western region. So guys, I appreciate you watching. Do like this video, definitely hit the subscribe button, and catch the next update where I protect you before and after storm.